Stop. I'm about to show you a picture of a killer. It's not a person, it's not a weapon, but it's in your home right now. It won't attack you or try to shoot or stab you. Instead, it's quietly killing your health minute by minute, day by day, without you even realizing. And it's not only killing you, it could also be threatening the health of your family. It's a dangerous weapon against your physical and mental well-being, and it's hiding in plain sight. It's a major part of your life, and you rarely even notice it's there. I don't mean to be dramatic, but for the sake of you and your loved one's long-term health, this could be the most important video you watch this year. Because simply by staying with this presentation all the way through to the end, you will discover the #1 killer when it comes to your strength and overall health, and why you must avoid this one activity at all costs that you're almost certainly doing every day. You're going to be shocked when you hear what it is. I'll show you the impact of this on the hidden survival muscle in your body routinely missed by modern physicians that keeps you defeated by pain, frustrated with belly fat, and struggling with energy every day. And I'll show you how a simple sequence of moves that takes no more than a few minutes can automatically unlock this hard-to-reach muscle at any age, so you immediately feel the difference. In fact, new research proves that once you know this, you can eliminate joint and back pain, boost your energy, increase your sexual health, melt away body fat, and fight off disease. Even if you think you've seen it all and tried it all, sometimes you stumble upon something you have never seen before, which causes everything to click and make sense. That's what I promise you today. Here's the thing, if you experience any of these problems, it's not your fault. You see, you're being let down. You train hard, you eat well, you follow the advice of coaches, doctors, and nutritionists who are supposed to know what they're doing. It should be enough to keep you in good physical and mental health. Yet there is a danger lurking in our bodies that's hidden from us, and the very people we trust to warn us, like our doctors, are failing to identify the problem. It doesn't matter whether you spend hours in the gym or hours on your couch. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. This affects everybody. And it's a problem that's not just physical. It shakes our whole emotional well-being too. When I tell you what it is, you'll be shocked because it's not what you think. It's not diabetes or obesity or some tropical disease that's killing our health from within. It's tight hip flexors. You see, our hip flexors are the engine through which our body moves. They control balance, our ability to sit, stand, twist, reach, bend, walk, and step. Everything goes through the hips. That's why when our hip flexors become tight, it's a serious problem in usually healthy and active people like us. Here's the worst part. We believe our bodies are strong and healthy, yet nothing could be further from the truth. Shortly, I'll show you how you may be suffering from tight hip flexors without ever realizing it, and I'll reveal to you the 10 key moves to loosen your hip flexors and unlock the hidden power in your body. But first, let me introduce myself and explain how this can happen to anyone. My name is Mike Westerdahl, and I'm a national best-selling fitness author, sports nutrition specialist, personal trainer, Ironman magazine contributor, and founder of the internet's longest-standing strength site, criticalbench.com. As a leading strength and fitness expert with dozens of qualifications and accreditations, I thought I had all the information I needed. I thought I had a strong, powerful body. I thought nothing was holding me back. Boy, was I mistaken. Even with all my experience and expertise, I wasn't aware how much I was being held back from hitting my true potential, all because of tight hips. Let me explain just how deep-rooted the problem is. Most people have no idea the cause of many of their physical problems is tight hip flexors. The impact of your hips on the whole body never occurred to me until I saw the effect of tight hip flexors on the health of my wife after she gave birth. It was only then that I truly understood the magnitude of this problem. We're not just talking about a bit of soreness. Tight hip flexors are the cause of major problems such as nagging joint pains in your legs, lower back, or hips, chronic discomfort when walking, hips locking up, bad posture, trouble sleeping, sluggishness in day-to-day life, high anxiety, digestive problems, compromised immune system, circulatory issues, loss of sexual performance, lack of explosiveness in the gym or sports. If you're living with any of these, don't worry because you're not alone. Tight hip flexors affect everybody, but few realize they're the source of the problem. As I said, everything flows through the hips. Think of the hips as a barometer. The state of your hip muscles is an indicator of the strength and health of your whole body. And at the very heart of this is the hidden most powerful survival muscle. When this muscle is healthy, we are healthy. What is the muscle? Let me introduce you to the body's most powerful primal muscle that you've never probably heard of, let alone ever trained. Meet the mighty psoas muscle. Here's how it works. Your hips are the bridge between your upper body and lower body. They're at the center of your body's movement. Sitting within the well of your hip and lower spine is the psoas major muscle, one of the two muscles that make up the iliopsoas. It's often called the mighty psoas for many of the important functions it plays in the movement of your body. The psoas is the only muscle in the human body connecting the upper body to the lower body. The muscle attaches to the vertebrae of the lower spine, moves through the pelvis, and connects to a tendon at the top of the femur. It also attaches to the diaphragm, so it connects your breathing, and upon it sits all the major organs. A functioning psoas muscle creates a neutral pelvic alignment and stabilizes the hips. This alignment supports the lower spine and abdomen, and supports the organs in the pelvic and abdominal cavity. From this, you achieve greater mobility and core strength. When your psoas functions well, it has the power to help you achieve peak performance day after day, rapidly drop ugly body fat that clings to your body, help you train harder, heavier, and gain strength faster than you thought possible. Hit your peak of sexual strength. Flood your mind and body with renewed energy and vigor. Put simply, the psoas is the core of activity in your body. So, when it's out of balance or it's tight, there are serious consequences which flow through the body. And there's one activity in particular that's the sworn enemy of your psoas muscle. It's the killer I described right at the start of this presentation. And it's probably within a few feet of it right now. Yes, it's a chair. An ordinary chair or couch that you and your family use every day, at home or at work. Because the number one activity that's making you weaker, fatter, and is killing your sex life is sitting. It may be the most harmless activity known to man, but it's also one of the biggest dangers to your health. Even if you're active, you may still suffer from a tight psoas if you spend any time each day planted to a chair. Weakness, shortness, and tightness develops through sitting for long periods, poor sleep posture, and stress. And there are three major ways sitting is killing your physical and emotional health. They are: bulging belly syndrome. Wonder why your stomach still sticks out even though you hammer core exercises every day? It's a common myth that a bulging belly is due to weak abdominal muscles. The real cause is likely to be tight psoas muscles, which cause the lower back to curve, pushing out the stomach. When the psoas works as it should, it pulls the abdomen back. This tucks in the tummy to give you a strong, flat stomach. Fat loss inhibitor. The psoas is the body's fight or flight muscle. It is deeply connected to our natural survival instinct. It tightens in moments of danger to either protect you in a fetal position or help you run, fueled by adrenaline. If your psoas is always tight, however, it signals to the body you are in constant danger. This leads to overworking of the adrenal glands and switches your body fat storing mode. Can't shift that weight? Blame your hips. Lack of sexual performance. Sitting all day causes your hips to become stuck in a forward thrust position. This pulls on your lower back and decreases blood flow and circulation through the hips to where it matters. So the question is, if this is such a problem, why isn't my physician telling me how to fix it? Diagnosing tight hip flexors is tricky. If you've seen a therapist or physician, chances are they weren't able to pinpoint the issue. Buried deep in your abdomen, it's difficult to identify a tight psoas as the cause of any of your symptoms. It's why tight hip flexors are left undiagnosed and untreated for far too long. Physicians look for a simpler explanation. So, understand that this is not your fault. Knowing this hands you the power to finally doing something about it before it's too late. But before you drop to the floor and try loosening up your hips with a few stretches, a warning for you. Static stretching alone is not the answer. Knowing you have tight hip flexors is one thing. Knowing how to fix your hip flexors is another challenge altogether. If you listen to so-called experts on YouTube and online, they'll have you believe it's simple. Hold a few static stretches and lengthen the muscle. Or roll around on the floor with a tennis ball stuck to your hip, as if that will make any difference. Look, it takes more than a tennis ball and foam roller to unlock your hip flexors, and doing it wrong could cause even more damage. Of course, you can learn to release your tight hip flexors on your own. Yet the reason few people manage to fix their hip flexors is simple. They are really hard to reach. If you see how the psoas is attached within your body, it's buried deep inside your core, which makes it tough to access. It's a hard muscle to find, let alone train. Trying to loosen it requires more than a simple static hip flexor stretch. Look at this stretch. It's one you may have tried before, and you probably found you spend hours of your time stretching this way only to find it has no effect. That's because you need to unpack the muscle in the right way. And you do this by attacking the muscle from a number of angles using a variety of exercise techniques and modalities. Think of your psoas as a combination-safe lock. Several numbers unlock it, but you need to enter them in the right order. There are specific movements beyond simple static stretching you can use to unlock and loosen your hips, legs, and back. Here are the key movements. PNF stretching. PNF is an acronym for proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It is a technique where you are activating a specific muscle to relax the muscles around a joint so you can decrease the stiffness around a joint. Dynamic stretching. This is where you activate the muscle around a joint and move that joint through its full range of motion in a progressive manner. This leads to an increased range of motion around the joint, warming up the muscle around the joint and improved circulation around the joint. Think of high knees or butt kicks. Three-dimensional core stability exercises. These exercises target the muscle in all planes of movement, so the core and abdominal muscles have good activation, endurance, and strength in all planes of movement. This leads to a decrease in unnecessary damaging stress on joints. Mobility exercises. In these exercises, we target the joint and do movements and exercises that help the joint function optimally. This allows a joint to move more freely. Fascia stretching. In this unique technique, we target the tissue that muscles are surrounded in and work on loosening and lengthening the fascia. Few people understand the negative effect this tissue can have on your body. Muscle activation movements. Due to our daily sitting and technology use, many of our muscles aren't working properly. With this technique, we target those muscles that are off and activate them to help the body move more efficiently. Now you know the specific techniques you need to unlock your hip flexors. The next question is, what is the most effective way to combine them? Please don't be overwhelmed by the complex-sounding shop talk I've just used. Loosening your hip flexors can be easy with the sequential flow method. Like unfolding a sheet or unpacking a parcel, opening up your hips needs to be done in the right order. Try to release one muscle before another, and you add to your tightness. Getting it wrong really can make it worse. It's why so many people give up trying to fix the problem themselves. They believe, incorrectly, they have to live with the pain, tightness, and soreness. But hoping the problem will go away by doing nothing can be as damaging. To explain more about this flow, let me introduce you to leading kinesiologist and injury specialist, Rick Kesselj, MS. Rick is the guy fitness professional to go to when you want to learn about the latest techniques. He's given over 352 live presentations to more than 8,152 health professionals in the U.S. and Canada. I first met Rick when he helped me fix a shoulder problem. He was one of the few injury specialists I met who focused on getting athletes back to training rather than avoiding workouts. Rick showed me what so many other injury specialists hadn't. He showed me how to work through the right sequence of techniques to unlock tension and tightness to solve the problem properly. He's the guy I turned to when my wife, Courtney, was struggling with pain and discomfort in her hips after the birth of our son, Lincoln. In the days and months following the birth, her legs were shot with pain. She couldn't walk or sit without extreme discomfort, and she struggled to sleep. Pretty bad with a new baby, right? In just 15 minutes with Rick, he unlocked her hip flexors, so she no longer felt any pain or discomfort that same day. She was able to walk without the nagging pain in her pelvic area. She slept better and could finally start enjoying those precious early days with our little boy. But Rick's flow technique doesn't only help those in pain. Like with Chris Wilson, our head strength coach at Critical Bench. Now, Chris spends far too long sitting and answering training questions on Facebook. He felt his hips were a little tight and tried the same routine Rick used with my wife. The effect blew us away. Within days, Chris successfully increased his deadlift by 35 pounds to finally hit that 500-pound pull he had been training for. a PR in just a few days because of Rick's simple sequential flow. Look, it's not about the exercises. The power of Rick's technique lies not only in what techniques are performed and how well they are performed, but also in performing them in the proper sequence. Done well, the flow works with your body to activate its natural healing response, improving your flexibility and adding strength and vitality. While many of the techniques were ones I already knew, doing the movements in the right order unravels all the tissue, including muscle, fascia, connective tissue, and the joint capsule, while breaking up scar tissue. Using the right sequence kickstarts an increase in blood flow to the area. This cleans out metabolites and lactic acid and reduces inflammation while nourishing and rejuvenating the area. It's so powerful. Okay, so you've been given a ton of information so far. I don't blame you if you're feeling a little overwhelmed or confused. So, right now, you have two choices before you. Choice 1. Take the information I've discussed with you and try to unlock your hip flexors on your own. Sure, there's a chance you may eventually stumble upon a flow that works after a few months of trial and error, but there's a risk that if you don't get it right, it may make the problem worse. Or you can make another choice, the choice most people take who want to start feeling better today. Using Rick's sequential flow method is the quickest, fastest, and smartest way possible to loosen your psoas and start feeling better. Why do this alone when we've done the work for you? No need to get frustrated or worried about how long it will take. We've already perfected the method. You see, Rick's sequential flow already has a legion of raving fans, and because he spent years testing and perfecting this system on everyone from workout newbies to pro athletes, it's guaranteed to work for you too. I've seen with my own eyes the power of Rick's techniques on my wife and our head strength coach, Chris Wilson. That's why I asked Rick to share with you the very same program so you can unlock your hip flexors and gain all the benefits. Let me introduce Unlock Your Hip Flexors, a practical, easy-to-follow program you can use today to instantly release your hips for more strength, better health, and all-day energy. Working with Rick, we've created a great program that is virtually done for you. Rick has created a sequential flow designed for you, composed of 10 carefully selected exercises, including PNF stretching, static stretching, dynamic stretching, three-dimensional core stability exercises, mobility exercises, fascia stretching, and muscle activation. There are two elements to the program. The first part is the Unlock Your Hip Flexors DVD video with all 10 exercises that make up the sequential flow. In the coaching instructional video, Rick takes you in detail through each exercise so you fully understand why you're doing that exercise, the best form to take, and how it should feel. The second video is a follow-along format designed so you can perform the flow alongside the video without breaking for an explanation. The next essential element of the program is the Unlock Your Hip Flexors manual. This detailed manual offers greater depth about the psoas muscle and the effects of its shortening on your health and well-being. It also includes detailed descriptions of the exact exercise movements with pictures. Some of what you'll discover in the manual are exactly how to target those hard-to-reach muscles with detailed step-by-step walkthrough videos of every single key move. Rick's simple, clear demonstration of these powerful moves will help them become second nature in no time. The shocking reason your intense core workouts could be doing more harm than good if you haven't loosened your hips first, and why crunches and sit-ups won't do a thing to help. Why the cure isn't simply to stop sitting. You need to be more proactive in targeting the muscles affected to undo the damage from sitting all day. The two situations you need to be aware of when training your glutes to ensure they're correctly activated for maximum athletic performance. Why some guys end up with old guy butt syndrome. That isn't sexy, but also inevitably leads to hip pain, and how to avoid it by loosening the hips. How tight hips affect your sexual performance through decreased blood flow and circulation, and what you can do right now to achieve peak sexual health again. Look, this program is so simple that regardless of whether you've never performed a push-up in your life or you're a seasoned gym rat, you'll experience immediate results the first time you go through the program. Only through learning how to do this correctly will it enable you to start undoing some of the damage done to your psoas and start helping the body to heal itself naturally. But first, a warning, this isn't for everyone. As you can imagine, this is a hugely technical field, And the last thing we wanted was to overload you with too much, so we've done our best to distill the program to the essential elements so you can experience rapid results. I guarantee you'll not find an easier program to pick up and start using as part of your everyday routine or workout. But you don't need me to tell you. Here's what these body experts and hip flexor customers say about the program. Physical therapist Erin Nielsen advises the program is a great tool for any fitness or health professional that wants to reduce pain and improve strength, performance, and overall health. As a physical therapist that works with numerous hip injuries, I can incorporate many of Rick's exercises into my rehabilitative and wellness programs for my patients with excellent results. Dr. Alan Jenks knows all about how the body works. With a chiropractic background and diplomas in applied kinesiology and clinical nutrition, he concludes that hip flexibility, mobility, and strength is one of the most important things you can do to keep your overall body healthy. And he added, I was very impressed with the content. I implemented the concepts and program into my practice with my clients. Rick has developed a comprehensive system to unlock your hips and restore movement the way it should be. Everyone could benefit from Unlock Your Hip Flexors. Jill Brighton, a massage therapist from Alberta, Canada, also endorsed the program. It is detailed, descriptive, from the anatomy of the hip, causes of such injuries, and a very progressive and well-explained exercise and stretching schedule that will assist to rebalance the hip and pelvic region, safely stretch, and strengthen the muscle group. For bodyweight Todd Kozlikis, founder of Shot of Adrenaline, Unlock Your Hip Flexors gives you an extra edge over the competition and improves the effectiveness of your workouts. Mike and Rick's Unlock Your Hip Flexors program is the most complete systematic approach that I've ever seen on the market. The program will help you take your athleticism to the next level, no matter if you're a top professional or just starting out. Hear how Gavin Walsh, a personal trainer in the UK, used Unlock Your Hip Flexors to improve his client's squatting technique. If you sit all day, have hips that are stiff, suffer from mysterious hip aches, or struggle to do a perfect squat, then you need to check out Rick Caselge and his Unlock Your Hip Flexors program. In my experience, tight hips, achy hips, and poor squatting if not addressed will lead to more serious injuries and pain further down the line. Now, the off-the-shelf retail price of this program is usually $50 without any bonuses, but that's not what you'll pay when you invest. And if that wasn't enough, and if you order today, I'm giving you not one, but two powerful bonuses. The first bonus is our Unlock Your Tight Hamstrings program, worth $29. Your hamstrings are the key to a healthy back and perfect posture. If they're tight, they're more susceptible to tearing. No matter if you're an elite athlete, stay-at-home mom, or average Joe, a muscle tear takes months to heal and recover from. Sitting over time increases tightness in the hamstrings. This causes the hips and pelvis to rotate back, which flattens the lower back, causing lower back pain and poor posture. Fortunately, there's a quick routine anyone can do to loosen up tight hamstrings instantly. In a matter of minutes, you can begin to reverse the damage to the hamstrings and transform how you feel. This super effective routine not only reduces the likelihood of injury, but also improves performance, corrects posture, and reduces lower back pain. The second bonus is our 7-day anti-inflammatory diet worth $17, which shows you how to automatically heal your body with the right foods. Unlock Your Hip Flexors brings you all the benefits of looser hip flexors with greater strength, power, and flexibility. But you multiply those benefits when combined with a holistic diet to naturally reduce pains, aches, soreness, and stiffness by tackling inflammation caused by injury or environmental toxins in our food and water. Diet is one of the major causes of the inflammatory response. You need to choose the right foods that work with your body to stimulate its natural healing ability. The 7-day anti-inflammatory diet is a done-for-you nutrition program featuring diet recommendations, meal plans, shopping lists, and supplement tips. In as little as 24 hours, switch on your body's natural healing process and avoid pain and inflammation, which can lead to chronic diseases and health problems. When you add in the retail price of the program and bonuses, your cost would be $96. I'm going to give you a much better deal, as I'll explain shortly. But even if that were the cost, it would be tiny compared with what it could do for your health. Consider what price you would pay to be the strongest, healthiest you possibly can be. You've seen the benefits of taking action, and I've shown you the hidden dangers of doing nothing. Carrying on as normal could seriously cost you. There's the cost of medical and physio bills, not to mention the physical and emotional toll it takes on you for not being in your best health. And of course, there's the cost of missing out on enjoying the important things in life, like getting out with your friends or playing with your kids. That's the cost that really hurts. It still stuns me to see so many guys working hard in the gym and carrying on as usual. They struggle to understand why they still feel pain, why they're low on energy, and why their body isn't responding. It always comes back to their hips, and the good news is, now we can do something about it. Already, thousands have experienced the life-changing results from unlocking their hip flexors. To celebrate hitting the 250,000 mark on our Facebook fan page, we're slashing the price of this program for a very limited time. Together, this program and bonuses add up to $96. I've said you won't pay this, but even at that price, it would be a great value. Remember, if you wanted a consultation with Rick, it would cost you more than $300 an hour to learn from him what he shares in Unlock Your Hip Flexors. Even if it were half the price at $50, it would be a good value. And that's around what you'd pay for a few books that don't have walkthroughs or videos to ensure you complete the sequential flow correctly. I want to make this really easy for you. If you take action right now and purchase Unlock Your Hip Flexors, you won't pay $50 or even half that. You will pay just $19. That's right. For less than 2 coffees, you receive the manual, every single one of Rick's detailed demonstrations and walkthrough videos, plus the 2 powerful bonuses, valued at $46 alone. If you look below this video right now, you'll see a Buy Now button. Click on this, and you secure all this for just $19. Everyone suffers from tight hip flexors, so it's not a case of whether this will benefit you, but how much. That's why I want to make this a no-brainer for you and take away all the risk with our 100% money-back guarantee. For the next 60 days, use the simple techniques demonstrated by Rick, either on their own or incorporated into your daily workout. If you don't feel stronger and more energized, or if you're still in as much pain, I'll return every penny of your investment right away. I'm that confident you'll be delighted with the results. But if you're not, email us and ask for a prompt and hassle-free refund, no questions asked. In fact, if you're not happy for any reason, I insist you ask for a refund, and I'll be glad to give you all your money back. After seeing the effect of the program for myself and those close to me, I'm certain you'll be amazed at how quickly you feel the benefits of looser hips and greater strength and vitality. Right now, a Buy Now button has appeared below this video. Click on this Buy Now button and lock in your discount before it expires. When you join the Unlock Your Hip Flexors program, you join so many others whose lives and health have been transformed. When Rick helped Carrie Baker, a personal training studio manager from Kirkland, Washington, overcome painful piriformis, she knew this program would help her. The short yet efficient sequence that Rick put together has helped loosen my hips, decrease back tightness, and allowed me to work out even harder. After getting such great benefits from the program, I have also started giving it to my clients, and they have reported similar benefits. Look at the impact Rick's program had on Clearwater certified personal trainer and health club owner Ivan Gomez and his clients. These techniques can be applied simply and quickly at the start of any workout, making all movements of the body better in just minutes. The response has been life-changing, not only for my clients, but for myself. Frank Daniels, a fitness and performance specialist from White Plains, New York, was diagnosed with a degenerative arthritic condition that threatened his health. He turned to Rick's program and avoided surgery. When I started to apply the strategies from Unlock Your Hip Flexors, it helped me rebalance my pelvis and hip joint to where I couldn't even tell I had an issue anymore. These days, I'm stronger and faster than ever and still competing in sports. Rick gave me the ability to perform at my highest level as a coach and regain the athletic ability I had lost. And need proof you don't need a personal trainer to unlock your hips? Listen to the story of Mark Jellison, a 62-year-old account executive in Boston who suffered multiple back, hip, and glute problems. That was until I found your site and ordered your exercise program, which has dramatically improved each one of my conditions. The Unlock Your Hip Flexors program is easy to order and easy to download. No waiting for delivery. The video presentation and visuals in the exercise program give me confidence that I am doing the exercises correctly, which for me is key with no personal trainer. Look, you've been dealing with the effect of tight hip flexors for a long time now. It's time to breathe new life, energy, and strength into your body by dealing with this today. Imagine right now how your life would look when you finally get this fixed. More strength, faster gains. Having looser hips increases speed and strength, which combine to give you power. When you increase power, you improve performance in sports and competition. In sports, all your power comes from the hips. Sleep like a baby. One of the most potent effects of the program is giving you back a good night's sleep. When your body is better aligned, less discomfort means better sleep for your body to rejuvenate, so you feel fresher, stronger, and full of energy. Stop writing checks to your therapist. You'll no longer have to make those expensive trips to your therapist to treat the same old injury or pain over again. Treat the cause, and you'll save a small fortune in treatment bills. Get back in the gym. No more laying off in the vain hope your condition will get better by itself. After just a few days of using the sequential flow of Unlock Your Hip Flexors, you'll feel much better, stronger, and ready to return to the gym. Throw out those painkillers. No longer will you need to down pill after pill to stave off the pain in your back, legs, and hips. Unlock Your Hip Flexors shows you how to deal with the cause of your strength and flexibility problems, not the effects. If you've been struggling with aches and pains, stopping you from working out like a boss, fixing your hip flexor problem will bring life back to your body. Now is the time to take control and release your inner athlete. So, now I've shown you what Unlock Your Hip Flexors can do for you. I've offered you the complete program for a ridiculously low price and 2 excellent bonuses. And I've reversed all the risk of your decision to buy the program. The next step is up to you. You could read this and think to yourself, sounds good, but I can do this myself. Or I'll come back to it later. But what happens in a few days' time? In a week's time? In 6 months' time? Will you still be feeling the damaging effects of tight hip flexors when you hit the gym, sit at your desk all day, or try sleeping soundly at night? A few weeks from now, that nagging pain may start to irritate you again, or you'll look in the mirror and wonder why you're still unable to shift that last stubborn body fat from your tummy. 3 months later, as you knock back a couple of painkillers to numb your back pain, you suddenly remember watching this video and wonder, how would I be feeling right now had I taken action back then? I hope that's not the path set out for you. Instead, I want you to take the path followed by so many other delighted men and women who've invested in Unlock Your Hip Flexors. Within days or even hours of going through the easy-to-follow key moves, students were already writing to tell me about their dramatic results. After a week of following the program, it becomes part of your everyday routine. You barely notice you're doing it. You feel the gains, though. You can lift more and move faster. You look in the mirror and run your hands over your flat stomach. Your core feels strong and you stand taller. And best of all, you sleep better than ever and are brimming with energy. By the 3-month mark, you look back on today as the day everything changed and you decided to live pain and worry-free to your fullest potential. Make sure you make the smart choice for you. Claim your one-time discount and your free bonuses and get ready to use Rick's incredible sequential flow to transform your strength, flexibility, energy, and overall health. Hit the Buy Now button below and be ready to complete your card details on the following secure webpage. Once all of your details have been completed and you have made payment, hit Buy Now. Within a few minutes, you'll receive your login information and can immediately dive in and start reading the manual and watching the videos. You can be making a difference to your health and well-being within minutes. You have to seize the moment and do it. Let's get started. I can't wait to welcome you to the community. If you've watched all the way to the end of this presentation, you probably still have a few questions. Here are the most common questions people ask me about Unlock Your Hip Flexors. Question: how is this different from other hip flexibility programs? Answer: Rick's program is unique in showing you how to unravel the tricky layers of tension within the problematic psoas muscles to loosen and train it. Rick's one-of-a-kind sequential flow is your surest path to looser, stronger, and healthier hips. Question: why are you selling this so cheap? What's the catch? Answer: there is none. We're so pleased with the number of our customers who have made the investment in this program and have enjoyed life-changing results. We aim to make this available to as many people as possible. Firstly, to welcome more people to our criticalbench.com audience, and secondly, because we're celebrating hitting 250,000 fans on Facebook. Question: how long will it take me to do the program? Answer: the program is designed to take between 10 to 15 minutes in total to complete. We recommended adding the program as a daily practice to get the best results over a longer period of time. You may wish to add this program before or after your regular gym session, or use it independently. Question: how long until I see results? Answer: although everyone is different and results may vary, we know from experience how quickly it's possible to feel and see a difference. For some, it may be as soon as their first session. For others, it may take a few sessions to really start seeing the benefits. Again, it depends on the body in question. Question: who is this program suitable for? Answer: this program is suitable for you if you're currently suffering from inexplicable back, hip, or joint pain. The exercises themselves are not strenuous and are designed to be carried out by anyone, regardless of ability. Question: can I perform the sequential flow if I have had a hip replacement? Answer: the answer to this is very individual. It depends on what type of hip replacement surgery you had and how you have recovered from the surgery. It is best to talk to your surgeon or doctor to see which exercises of the sequential flow you should do or avoid. Question: I want to start right away. Do I have to wait for the book and videos to come in the mail? Answer: you don't have to wait. You can access it in just a few moments. Unlock Your Hip Flexors is a digital product, so don't worry about shipping fees or delaying results. Question: are the exercises hard to perform? Answer: nope. Once you watch the coaching videos, they will be easy for you. There are also progressions to make the movements more challenging if needed. Question: what if the routine doesn't work for me? Answer: it will work. But to make you feel better, if for any reason you're not happy, you'll get a full refund, no questions asked. We stand behind this product 110% and have no problem offering a money-back guarantee. Question: do I need a gym membership or any special equipment? Answer: no. You can do this routine anywhere in a very small space. All you need is a wall to lean on for support for a couple of the movements.